What's going on, everyone? So today I got a very exciting one. This is coming a little bit from the patrons. We just started a new channel. It's the Build Around Challenge channel, and well, they put As I Have Foreseen in that chat as the first card, and I figured, you know what, that looks like a fun card to play around once again. We have tried in the past to mess around with it with OG THRAWN. Today we're going with a very different direction than we had in the past. This one's more of an aggro style, using the force, maybe giving us some value, and we're going to see if it's going to work out for us today. We've got to double down on the As I Have Foreseen. We've also got, now there are two of them, to really run the whole game, getting us some resource cost reductions and just absolutely pouncing on our opponent. That's the game plan today. We are literally just trying to cheat out a bunch of cards. As I have foreseen on turn 2, if we start with turn 1 play that deals 3, which, by the way, every single card in our deck that's playable on turn 1 does deal 3. Death Star Stormtrooper, Greedo, Aura Sing, Mercenary Gunship, and Strike Ship all deal 3 to generate the force with the Temple of Destruction. Reminder, we have to hit the base. So we generate the force. On turn 2, we can play a 6-drop unit, which is very, very impressive. And so we are playing Ruthless Raider, obviously just a standard great aggression card. But we also, and this is, I think, a really, really interesting combination to be playing, is Bounty Hunter Crew. So in the early game, a 4/4 ambusher is going to be pretty incredible on turn 2 in most scenarios. But then it can return the As I Have Foreseen back into hand and then potentially set up another turn, getting a big resource discount. We also have Cat Bane and Devastator play off the top in certain circumstances. Of course, we can also just play things like Forlom and Darth Tyrannus as very, very nice, just 4-drops to play right off the top. Or, again, Bosk, Zuckuss, just getting the essentially 3 cost reduction is kind of the name of the game here. So we have a lot of expensive units to benefit from that. We're also playing Now There Are Two of Them because I'm doubling down. If we're going combo, we're going full on combo, guys. We've got Greedo, Aura Sing, Mercenary Gunship, Strike Ship, all as Underworld cards on turn 1, which means we could play Zuckuss or Bosk on turn 2 with a Now There Are Two of Them. Obviously, this type of strategy can be a little bit weak to things like Force Throw to pick apart our hand. But we don't care about that today. We are going all in on the combo strategy. Let's see what we can do. Alrighty, let's see what we can do with THRAWN Red today. As I Have Foreseen, great. Gonna keep this. We've got the Aura Sing. We've got Greedo, which honestly, I think I'm gonna resource. And I think I might just resource the Cad Bane. We've got Bounty Hunter Crew on top, which honestly doesn't do a whole lot. They got Darksaber, C-3PO. They have to name 4, so they're gonna name 3. Okay, we're gonna go Aura Sing. Aura Sing's gonna be able to hopefully give us the force, but it's very possible they'll be able to exhaust our units. Kind of unlucky. Okay, now there are 2 of them. That's actually a really nice pickup. Yeah, I'm just gonna resource the Bounty Hunter Crew. We've got another Aura Sing on top. Bounty Hunter Crew gonna be the resource because we're gonna go Now There Are Two of Them. Get down Zuckuss, and I feel like they've got C-3PO into Yoda. All right. I feel like if my opponent had a way to deal with Aura Sing, they would have done so already. And so we're just going to go ahead and play out our units. And that's our attack first and then play out the Now There Are Two of Them so we can get the force. Because if they were able to deal with it, they would have done that first, that we couldn't generate the force. But now we've got As I Have Foreseen, Protector of the Throne. As I Have Foreseen plus Bosk is actually really solid here. I'm actually quite happy with that one. Let's see what my opponent's going to do. They've got Mandalorian armor. That's a good one. It's a good one. But we are just going to, I think what we'll do is we will Zuckuss kill C-3PO. Because a Saboteur. And then I'm going to see if they're going to put another upgrade on this Protector of the Throne. I'm just going to, take a little bit of time. Just an action here. They've got Queel. All right. Yeah, we're definitely going to waylay this Protector of the Throne. And then we have As I Have Foreseen, which isn't going to do a whole lot here. Because, well, there's a second one. You know what? We're going all in. We're just going to keep all the As I Have Foreseens. There's a Zuckuss on top. Great. maybe for later. We're just going to kind of sit around and see what we can do here. I think here I'm going to kill Queel. I think keeping their units off board here is going to be pretty relevant. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, they discarded what? Foundling. So they were able to get another upgrade here, but we're going to be able to keep all their units off the board for the most part. Zuckuss is actually really powerful. Razor Crest returning Mando armor. All right, we're going to get in for 6. And we're going to play out a Bosk. I mean, Razor Crest is decent. Grim Valor. Okay. Okay. This is certainly a game right here. This is definitely a game. I mean, I am hyped right now. Okay, what do we got on top? Another Bosk. One of these days, we're actually going to get a card that we can play as I have foreseen. Zuckuss, and then, I mean, we could have, as I have foreseen, the boss, but then it would have just hit the Protector of the Throne, or we just no ambush, which seems kind of weak. I don't know. Not a huge fan of that. Let's just go ahead and smack into this Mando for 6. I think just dealing a bunch of damage to it. They got Mandalorian armor. Sure. Totally okay. We got Bosk on top. I think we just go exhaust the Razor Crest. And then do I go as I have foreseen to deal 2 to the Mando and then deploy another Bosk? Darksaber. I mean, it's going crazy right now. It's certainly going crazy. That's a big unit. It's a very big unit. What do I want to do here? We're going to go as I have foreseen. Use the Force. We will defeat a boss. We're going to deal 2 damage to this unit. Deal 2 damage to the unit. Trigger ambush. Should that have happened? I don't think I should have gotten 2 damage to the unit, but it wouldn't matter because I'm just going to use THRAWN to knock out the Mandalorian. So we're just going to kill. We're going to trade here, and that's fine. Devastator, Bounty Hunter crew. Ooh. I mean, I'm going to keep the Devastator, of course. Darth Tyrannus, perilous position. Definitely a risky one. So many things to worry about. That is a lot of stuff going on. Darth Tyrannus can exhaust the Razor Crest. Protector of the Throne. We will attack in, I suppose, with Aura Sing here. Generate the Force. And then we can use the Force to play Darth Tyrannus. I was trying to keep them off of a unit here. Oh no, we're going to play as I have foreseen, of course. Because then Greedo has a chance to hit a non-unit. It is a non-unit. Great. Pass. Cad Bane. Cad Bane can capture that that Razor Crest. That is a great pickup here. Devastator's good too. Sorceress Blast, perilous position. What are they going to do? Okay, they're just going to attack. Let's go ahead and get in for 6 then. I'm risking it because if my opponent plays an upgrade and gets Razor Crest out of range, then that can be a little bit dangerous for us. But I would imagine they would try to do that first. All right, let's just get in for 3. I feel like if they had an upgrade, they would have played it already. All right, let's just go Cad Bane and yoink the Razor Crest at this point. Devastator looks pretty good here. Lots of upgrades. What shenanigans my opponent is pulling off here. I think it's awesome. Totally awesome, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and claim initiative. Ooh, Sorceress Blast and Devastator are going to be critical here. I'm going to go with the Devastator to knock out the Axe Woves just immediately. I know they can exhaust stuff like the... We're going to go Devastator. We're going to go 3-1. I know they could exhaust the Darth Tyrannus or Aura Sing, but I don't know if I care as much. The perilous position, not a big deal here. we'll just kill Queel, and then we'll see if my opponent's got anything. They've got Yoda. All right, we'll go claim. Again, they can kind of do this nonsense game plan right now where they just keep exhausting everything I have. But if we keep killing everything they have, I'm okay with being in this boat. Just try to prevent them from tempoing us out of the game by deploying a bunch of upgrades on a unit and then one-shotting us is kind of the scary potential here of my opponent. Let's just go ahead and attack in for 4 because that's going to put lethal with the Devastator. So they're going to have to find something resilient. Not quite enough. That is GG. Very, very close game, actually. That Cad Bane was pretty clutch. We did get some As I Have Foreseens, and then now there are 2 of them. I mean, we played 2 As I Have Foreseens, and then now there are 2 of them, and we did some work. Against the deck that's going to exhaust every one of our units, it is a little bit sad, but we still got there. All right, my opponent's got Obi-Wan Blue. Unfortunately, they've got the initiative, which is a little bit scary for me, but this seems like a pretty good hand. In fact... yeah, now there are 2 of them on Zuckuss. Looks good. I'm going to go Mercenary, Gunship, Death Star, Stormtrooper as the resource here. So we get Strike Ship. Now there are 2 of them, Zuckuss, Darth Tyrannus. Oh, they're conceding. Great. Very cool. Yep. Carabast matches. Oh, yes. They just mulliganed into a bad hand and then they requeued. It is what it is, guys. You know, sometimes you just want to play the game. Oh, my gosh. That is an atrocious hand. Let's mulligan that one into, honestly, a pretty solid one. Of course... my opponent still has the initiative, but that's okay. Plo Koon for them. We got Darth Tyrannus on our side. They've got a Yaddle. We're going to go with Aura Sing. We're going to pass Darth Tyrannus times 2. I think I'll mulligan or resource one of them. Devastator, Jedi Consular. So they're obviously going to attack first. I'm going to attack for 3. We'll see what they decide to play here. They went with Jedi Consular. Okay, I'm going to go, now there are 2 of them, Bosk, to knock out the Jedi Consular. Which is going to be pretty nice for us. Now there are 2 of them, Bosk, Jedi Consular getting wrecked here. Ooh, Waylay is a great pickup. I think Devastator is going to be the resource. It's great with As I Have Foreseen, but not just randomly in our hand. Waylay can do some work in this situation, though. I mean, Darth Tyrannus looks great, too. I'm surprised they didn't use the Obi-Wan action. Just because I mean, I don't think it makes a huge difference because they can claim here. Ooh, we have an As I Have Foreseen coming up and they have a Confiscate. Interesting. Because they'll still have initiative, so they can choose to use the action to give an experience token over to Yaddle. And that's totally fine. I think here we will, I mean, honestly, I wanted Waylay. So we have As I Have Foreseen, and I forgot what the other card was, but they have Confiscate, of course. I forgot. I thought they had a 2-drop. This is why you should be taking notes when you're playing THRAWN, guys, or mental notes, and not trying to talk and record and do all those things all at the same time. They're going to attack base. They're going to generate some experience. Sure. Totally makes sense. I will attack Yaddle to get the 3 damage onto Yaddle. That's what I should have done. They're going to go with a Jedi Consular. I'm just going to knock out Jedi Consular. They're going to Waylay. I mean, honestly... I think I Waylay their Yaddle and then pass on the damage. Seems pretty rough for me to do that, but you know, sometimes you got to get it done. You got to get it done because they just played some weak units. I guess I could have Waylayed the Jedi Consular, dealt 2 here. I thought they were going to have another 2-drop to play. If they're playing Jedi Consular in that spot, I thought they were going to have another 2-drop to play, so I could have Waylayed that and killed Yaddle. But that did not go as I had thought it would. They're gonna have Obi-Wan this turn. We're gonna have Darth Tyrannus coming out, which is gonna be pretty nice, and potentially Darth Tyrannus and As I Have Foreseen, and they're just conceding. Great. Well, GG to my opponent, I suppose. Let's move on to the next one. Alrighty, into the next matchup. Got Raid Data Vault, which I love that deck, by the way. I'm gonna mulligan this one just because there's no like true combo potential. This actually looks pretty good. I'm gonna resource one of the, now there are 2 of them. And I really hate to resource the Ruthless Raider, but I think we've got to. I think Forlom's great on turn 2, or could be potentially good on turn 2, depending on our situation. Darth Tyrannus looks like it's going to be pretty good. I mean, I could go, now there are 2 of them, Darth Tyrannus, get the ambush, or now there are 2 of them, ambush on the Forlom. We're going to go Alliance Dispatcher. Well, now I'm liking my hand quite a bit more. Let's resource the Waylay, because we're going to be able to play one of these units. I know they're going to be able to get... you know, a discount on one of their units here. So they're gonna be able to play a 4-drop, but so are we. And our 4-drop's gonna kill their Alliance Dispatcher. In the ideal world, oh, this is fantastic. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to go, now there are 2 of them, 4 LOM, ambush, kill R2. And then we're gonna have Darth Tyrannus here to knock out the Alliance Dispatcher next turn. So that's great. Or just kill it with 4 LOM. Or they're just gonna attack. I'd be a little bit surprised if they just attack. But, you know, maybe they'll do that. All right, they're gonna attack. Sure. I'm surprised that they did that, but I am totally okay with it. All right, another now there are 2 of them, probably weak at this stage. Surprise strike on top, not exactly what I'm looking for. 3 damage into the base. Got a Darth Tyrannus coming, and we'll see. I was expecting them to have like a 3-drop to play with the Alliance Dispatcher, but yeah, I didn't really know what the plan here was. Ooh, great. Let's go with ambush first, and then we'll get the shield token on the Darth Tyrannus. Great pick up there. That was a fantastic play. Let's go with the claim here. We've got Aura Sing, Surprise Strike. I mean, honestly, I think I resource the Surprise Strike, and hopefully I hit good with this as I have foreseen. And then we'll see what we want to do with the THRAWN action, potentially. We know a couple cards in their hand. In theory. They may have resourced them. Owen Strike Ship. Well, not exactly what I want to be seeing. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, I think I still go with as I have foreseen. I will exhaust the Owen here. And I'm going to go with the as I have foreseen just to deploy more units to the board. I'm not exactly happy about it. I'm going to go C3PO. Okay, I think I'll knock out the C3PO. Oh, this is tricky. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Maybe I knock out the Owen. Ooh. Maybe I just ignore them. Let's attack for 3 into the base. Let's start there. We have Ruthless Raider. I think we just ignore them, actually. Based on what I've got on board. I mean, Rey is going to be obnoxious. It's going to be a lot of... Okay, that is Admiral Akbar. Admiral Akbar is going to get some work done here. I think here we just go with the attack. I mean, Owen can heal up a lot and they can attack. Yeah, I think we got to deal with Owen. Rey's going to restore a bunch, which is the problem here. And if we had a great as I have foreseen, I would be less worried about that, but we did not have anything really to work with. So we're going to play out our units. Cad Bane is excellent. I'm going to resource the Zuckuss. Man, if Cad Bane, if you're just one resource under, we could have played Cad Bane and captured Akbar and C3PO here, and we would have been so ahead. Waylay, not really all that great. They got Kelvin back on top, though. That's really, really strong. They can deploy Rey here, which would be excellent for them. I could sit back and try to like knock out all their units slowly. I don't think that's really a great game plan to be going with. They're just going to trade immediately. I think in that case, what I will do is just deploy THRAWN, actually. And the reason I'm doing this is they have Keller and Beck on top, which means we can exhaust Rey and prevent her from attacking, which is really, really relevant in this situation. They've got R2. Okay, we have Waylay. Let's see if they decide to put it on bottom. I think there's a reasonable... They're going to go top of the deck. Because they're going to be able to draw it with R2. Or with C3PO. Yeah, I think I've got to... attack the C3PO. Not my favorite game plan. They're going to use Rey. I wonder if they're going to put an experience token over on C3PO. They are. That actually works out totally fine for us. I'm going to attack in for 3 here. Going to play Ruthless Raider and knock out the C3PO. I'm guessing they're going to attack with Rey and give an experience token to herself. I think I claim here, which is odd, but I think I do. You know what? Let's attack Ray. They have 4 resources. Wow, they had nothing to play. Well, I was expecting them to play something. They didn't play anything, which honestly I think is pretty good for us. So I'm kind of happy with that. Bosk is a good draw. We have Darth Tyrannus on top. We have Resupply. Resupply is obviously not that great at this stage. I'm happy with where we're at reasonably. I mean, they're probably just going to go Keller and back, but we have Cad Bane potentially to deal some good work here. The Aura Sing can die to the R2. We don't have anything to reveal off the top to prevent an attack here. We can go ahead and attack into... I mean, we could just Bosk. I think I just attack, reveal top card of opponent's deck, exhaust the R2. They're going to go with Kellerin back. I don't know if they're going to have a ton of Sentinels, so our Bosk is going to be able to knock out this Ray. And then we can follow up with Cad Bane later. I mean, they're going to play Kellerin back. They left the card on top. They're going to Luke. Luke kill a strike ship. Okay, no Kellerin back. I mean, we're going to Bosk. It's a lot of restore. It's a lot of restore from our opponent. I mean, we have a lot of space units, but I mean, we could have been racing them, but I just felt like we could play a little bit more of the controlling game plan and it would work a little bit better for us. Another Bosk and a home one on top. I mean, Cad Bane looks real good here. We'll see what they want to do with this Luke. I think Bosk looks the scariest, but is actually not the scariest. We'll see if they attack with R2 first. If they do, it's actually going to be really good for us. Because then we can capture the Luke. I wonder if I could have just ignored their units. I mean, it's possible. Yeah, they're going to attack first with the R2, which actually works out really nicely for us. Because we can attack, and I'm surprised my opponent didn't decide to attack with Luke. Because we have Thrawn on the battlefield, and we can exhaust the Luke to prevent the Restore 3. So I think that's a little bit surprising. I don't know. Maybe they just forgot, or they're trying to take a chance, and they're like, I can't win if they have the potential to exhaust Luke anyways. So I don't know. Cad Bane looks really good here. They've got Bright Hope. I mean, Bright Hope, do they bounce R2? I mean, Bright Hope does not do it because we have Cad Bane here. They're probably deciding whether or not they want to bounce this R2 or not. I think it's reasonable to bounce the R2. Attack in for 3. And we have Cad Bane, right? So Cad Bane, yoink these two. And then now they have to deal. All right. Nope, it's GG. GG. Whew. Close game, actually. They were kind of close to actually getting control of the board, which would have been devastating. All right, guys, we've been having some fun. And then we're about to get absolutely destroyed in this matchup. It is what it is. Full on control. Well, I mean, probably not full control, but you guys know what I mean. We're gonna get destroyed. It is what it is. All right, we're gonna resource the Waylay and the Zuckuss. The only way we potentially win this game is if we actually get some combo elements. Otherwise, we're just gonna let this Kira Data Vault just take a dump on our faces real quick. This is the type of matchup where like playing these random combo, now there are 2 of them, as I have foreseen decks, is just gonna fall flat on our face. So hopefully you don't have too crazy of a start. Dr. Pershing is the best turn 1 play they could hope for. So already not off to a great start. We got ourselves a pretty bad couple of cards. Greedo and Surprise Strike. Darth Tyrannus. We're not even be able to get the Force here, probably because they're going to kill our Strike Ship. Oh! All right. Let's just go with Surprise Strike in for 6. 6 damage into the base. They got a resupply. We will go Greedo. Let's pass. Darth Tyrannus. All right, we're going to resource. Yeah, we're going to resource one of them. We knew we were drawing the Darth Tyrannus. They've got an Avenger in hand now, or potentially in hand. Agent Callus. Forlom. Didn't really want the Forlom here. I could have played Darth Tyrannus, I suppose. I mean, yeah, we're gonna go Darth Tyrannus, shielded, ambush, kill Callus. I'm thinking, okay, if they deploy Kira here, they kill Tyrannus anyways, even if we kill, like, Pershing. And then they're left with Callus, which is a little bit scarier. Let's pass. Double Death Star Stormtrooper. Mercenary Gunship. Guess I'll resource one of the Death Star Stormtroopers. Ruthless Raider's good. Power of the Dark Side's scary. Vigilance, kill what? Darth Tyrannus. I'm gonna heal 5. Wow! Gameplay right here, guys. That's what I love seeing. Woo! Kill your thing, kill your thing. Be sad, be sad. Yep, love it. All right, they've got the Kira. Let's reveal our Ruthless Raider. Exhaust the Kira. We'll play Death Star Stormtrooper. We've got double Ruthless Raider. Maybe we got something going on here. Maybe we don't. I don't know, but we got to rush our opponent down. They got Overwhelming Barrage. It's GG. There's nothing we can do. GG to our opponent. This match is brutal. Brutal. You know, sometimes you fight against the control when you're trying to play your nasty little, as I have foreseen. Now there are 2 of the deck, and you're just doomed. Alrighty, into the next game here. We've got Phasma Green. Honestly, not a bad hand, but we don't have any turn 2 play, and we have no combo elements. I'm gonna mulligan this. Okay, much better. Much better. I'll resource the Cad Bane. I'll resource the Death Star Stormtrooper. We got Strike Ship, Generate the Force, as I have foreseen. Please be something that we can play on top. We have so many cards. Zuckuss, Forlom, Bosk, Bounty Hunter Crew, all of which we can play on turn 2. All of them we can play on turn 2. Even a Darth Tyrannus wouldn't be that bad. We have yet to see something truly good that we can play on turn 2. You know what? I'm going to resource the Bounty Hunter Crew to give us the most options, but I'm going to keep the Now There Are 2 of them because I don't believe in this As I Have Foreseen, and we can play Boss here with the Now There Are 2 of them. Why do I even bother with As I Have Foreseen? Why do I even bother? It's a Ruthless Raider. We can play that. Don't kill my Strike Ship. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, it's so good. Oh, we did it, guys. We've done it. It's the most broken card in the game. It's literally the most broken card in the game. It's so broken. Oh, it's so broken. Ooh, it's so good. It is so good. I'm in, guys. We're in. We are locked in. This is the hand. This is where we make our stand. This is where we become heroes. Oh my. Turn 2 Ruthless Raider. Let's go. Let's go. That's what we're talking about. All right, we get to run it back now. I guess not necessarily run it back, but we get to go up against the third sister. We've got a decent hand. We got Aura Sing to generate the force for us. Devastator, gonna be the resource here. Probably another, also one of the Bosks. We have, As I Have Foreseen, we can run it back, guys. Ruthless Raider, turn 2. Bounty Hunter Crew would be great. Ruthless Raider would be great. Zuckuss would be great. Bosk would be great. On top, we've got Forlom would even be good. I mean, we have so many different things that could be good on turn 2 here. Assuming we get something on top of our deck. Hopefully our opponent's got something going on. I don't know. You know, sometimes I start these games and I'm sitting here waiting for like a good solid like 2 minutes, you know. Oh, we were this close, guys. This close. Imagine if that was just 2 cards underneath. They got Aura Sing. We got Aura Sing. I will ignore their Aura Sing, I think. Okay. I'm going to resource the Cad Bane. And depending on what we have on top, this could be really good. Could also be really bad. Could be a 1-drop on top. And we have that As I Have Foreseen. It's a Darth Tyrannus. It's actually not bad. That is not bad. Do I want to play that though? You know what? I'm going to attack base. I think we're racing here. I'm going to go with the As I Have Foreseen. because I'm going to be able to play a 4-3 shielded on turn 2, and that's a good card. That is a nice card. They've got Waylay. Sure. It is what it is. Waylay's good. Waylay's very good. We got a Devastator. I think I'll just resource that. We got Greedo on top. I mean, they waylaid it, but now we're just going to play Dart Tyrannus as a normal card, right? We're going to go Dart Tyrannus. We're going to ambush first, trigger ambush, and then shield it. Cool. You know what? If you want to play this like fair normal game, fine, opponent. I'll play the fair normal game. It is what it is. Oh, I mean, they basically just did the same thing we did. Ah, come on, man. Come on. That's so unfun. Why even bother? All right, we'll take out Forlom. We're killing their units. I have Bosk. I mean, they do have Third Sister, which is a 6/4. I will go with Bosk. No ambush, obviously, because it's got hidden. I'm just playing Bosk here because it's a good card. They got Force Throw. Sure. We will discard. We will discard Surprise Strike. Do they have another Force Throw? We'll see. Maybe they have like a million Force Throws and they're just going to annihilate us with Force Throws and they just saved them all into this turn. It's very possible that is happening. Okay, they got Hot Shot Blaster. We've got Sorceress Blast. What a fantastic draw, by the way. Absolutely amazing draw. I'm going to resource one of these Ruthless Raiders. As I have foreseen on top, great. Let's go Sorceress Blast, knock out that Third Sister. Great draw there. They probably have Ruthless Raider. They probably have Devastator. Not super excited about our position in the game, to be honest. We can deploy THRAWN, though, which isn't bad at all. If they deal with Bosk, we have another Bosk. Yeah. Lurking TIE Phantom. All right, well, let's attack in for 4. Aura Sing, huh? All right, let's deploy THRAWN. Let's waylay the Lurking TIE Phantom, hit the Aura Sing for 2, attack for 3, pass. As I have foreseen, Zuckus. All right, Bosk is going to go to the resource pile. I don't think we need Bosk anymore. But can I bait? It's a mercenary gunship. Man, what is with these cards? What is with these cards? Why are we even here? What did we even do? All right, let's attack in for 4. And let's see. My opponent's got a Lurking TIE. Okay, great. Let's go with, I mean, let's just go in with an attack in for 3, I guess. 4 long ambush. Okay, let's go Ruthless Raider, knock out 4 long. Let's go as I have foreseen, use the Force, knock out Aura Sing, pass. Cad Bane looks good. Okay, we have multiple lethal. Bosk and Ruthless Raider are both lethal. Fingers crossed, we got there. Bosk did some work. Bosk did some work. I was trying to do the cool things, right? Trying to do the cool things, and of course, it just didn't happen. Wow, Surprise Strike there. 1 point of damage short. GG, that was close. All right, guys. Let's run it back. We got a final matchup up against our Third Sister Yellow over here. We're going to run it. We're going to see what we can do. I like the hand. To be honest, I like it. Gonna resource the Devastator. Of course, this is always just in our hand every single game. Like, instead of being on top of our deck when we want it. Not that it's going to be super likely for us to hit it with As I Have Foreseen, okay? But can we get something good off the top with As I Have Foreseen, like a turn 2 Ruthless Raider? You know, I don't remember that ever happening or anything. Okay. Death Star Stormtrooper HK. Okay. TIE Silencer with Hidden. All right. Double Death Star Stormtrooper. Honestly, I kind of want to keep both of them. Can I just resource the Sorceress Blast? I'm going all in, guys. We are here to game. And I'm not here to sit back and control their board. I'm here to win, okay? What did I have on top of my deck? It was a Greedo. This is the most atrocious game I've ever played on the planet Earth. Why am I getting Greedo on top? What is this? We drew Sorceress Blast, now there were 2 of them. Why couldn't that have been like a Forlom or Zuckus or like anything, man? There's so many cards that are good there. So many good cards there. So many good. Forlom, Zuckus, Bosk. Dark Tyrannus is good. Heck, even like an Aura Sing is better than that. Ruthless Raider. There's Bounty Hunter Crew. There's so many good cards. And we hit none of them. There's a Greedo on top. I know I was like, I'm researching the Sorceress Blast because we're going ham. But like, come on, man. Like, really? I don't know. All right, we're going to Sorceress Blast the Grand Inquisitor, I suppose. We're going face here. They've got Quinlan. We will kill the Quinlan with a Greedo here because we know that now there are two of them on top. Oh, they played with hidden. Of course, we can't do that. I was thinking that they weren't going to get hidden because the Grand Inquisitor dies and then the hidden's going to go away, but that's not exactly how her action works now, does it? Greedo, another Greedo on top, of course, fantastic. They're going to be able to deploy the third sister and do some work here, which I'm a little bit worried about. Ooh, Hotshot Blaster, huh? That's scary. Let's hit the Quinlan. Hit Quinlan again. Third sister's not going to be able to do a whole lot. We're not going to be able to do a whole lot to third sister here, because... Man, hidden's so good here. All of our ambushers do nothing. All right, let's hit base here. Ooh. What do we need? We need an event that hits something. Oh, this isn't good enough, right? Oh, if we had an event on top, it would have been so good. Okay, we can't win, right? They say GG, but actually, if we had an event, it would have been over. Like, let's say it's a waylay, or let's say as I have foreseen into waylay. So we, as I have foreseen, 2 damage to the silencer, waylay the HK, and then bomb. I mean, we could have done so many different things. Like waylay, we'd have to kill the third sister actually. So we'd have to like 2 damage into third sister, 2 damage to third sister, bounce the, I don't know. There could have been options, okay? Surprise strike on top would have been incredible. We, as I have foreseen, surprise strike, so we could surprise strike in to the third sister, and then double trigger that, or we could have gone, surprise strike in. I don't know. Maybe we couldn't have won there. What event could we? I mean, Sorcerer's Blast wouldn't have been able to be cast. It had to have been like Surprise Strike or Waylay. We would have lived with 1 HP. 1 HP. So not like we would have been in a good spot, okay? But it would have been pretty cool. I always get my butt handed to me with these styles decks. As I ever see, it's not good, okay? But I just wanted to do one, like, incredible game here with as I have foreseen. We'd get the turn 2 Ruthless Raider, okay? So I'm not going to complain too much, but oh, guys, so close. All right, guys, what do we learn with THRAWN Red? It's a ton of fun. Honestly, even though we're complaining, it's all in good fun. We're not here to like expect wins out of this deck or anything like that. We're here to see if we can do some cool, kind of curve out plays with as I have foreseen it. Now there are 2 of them. Now there are 2 of them was way more consistently strong by far than the as I have foreseen. The problem with as I have foreseen is there's not really a ton of ways to manipulate, the top card to guarantee it. I think this card would have been really, really cool if it was a heroism card because you could play it in Yoda, similar to the You're My Only Hope. But unfortunately, with THRAWN, you're kind of just like, yes, you can see the top card of your deck, but you can't change it. Like, you can't put something else on top to make something really good happen. We did get a turn 2 Ruthless Raider, and some games you're going to do the, turn 1 Aura Sing, turn 2 as I have foreseen into Ruthless Raider, and you're going to feel like an absolute god. And then other games, you're going to go turn 1 Death Star Stormtrooper. They're going to use their Asajj trigger, kill your Death Star Stormtrooper, and then you're going to be mega sad. And then you're going to have no playables on turn 2 because you got 3. Now there are 2 of them in hand, and you've got nothing. So it really is one of those styles of decks. I played a bunch of games before we did the recording. I mentioned Asajj because we got dominated by this Asajj Red. It is just a horrendous matchup. It was like playing against Talzin Red, but with an even better action because the action could just be used every single turn for just pure benefit. Because we had a bunch of 1 toughness units that we had just kept drawing. And then on top of that, we played against a couple other control deck, absolutely got murdered. Some Obi-Wan, some of them we won, some of them we lost. It's definitely one of those decks where there are some really cool things that happen, and there are some really, really disappointing games because you can do nothing. And that's just how these decks go. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys give it a try if you have the ability to. Honestly, I think everyone should just give these styles of decks, but as I have foreseen another two of them, it's just a good time to be playing like 6-7 drops, you know, on turn 2, on turn 3, that type of thing. Similar to, you know, when you're playing like the Galactic Ambition THRAWN style deck. I mean, there's some cool stuff you can do with that. Maybe I should have just thrown the Galactic Ambition in here. Like maybe I should have just like, you know, whatever, throw it in there. Let's go. Let's see what we can play. I'm in. Honestly, I'm kind of regretting I didn't do that because that's like pure combo. But this we've done that before with THRAWN Blue, and I was like, let's go with an aggressive version here today. And yeah, it just didn't quite tickle my itch, or scratch my itch, tickle my itch, scratch my itch for the mega combo plays. Like I said, we did get that one game with the Ruthless Raider, which was absolutely sweet, and I hope we can do that some more in the future. Thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you all for the next one.